Can you imagine a city where skyscrapers rise to incredible heights? Imagine buildings stretching up to 423 meters, 474 meters, an incredible 501 meters, and an astounding 507 meters. These aren't just tall structures, they're symbols of architectural innovation and urban ambition. As we look ahead to the near future, how will these towering marvels reshape New York City? In this video, I've handpicked the 5 most awe-inspiring towers that will be dominating the skyline. Get ready to be amazed and explore the future giants of New York. You'll forget the super thin skyscrapers around Central Park. Those are yesterday's news. We'll discover a new era with super massive towers set to redefine the cityscape. Can you imagine almost 30 colossal projects by 2030? It's happening. In 2018, JP Morgan Chase made a huge announcement. They decided to tear down their headquarters at 270 Park Avenue and build a brand new one, double the height. Imagine that, a building twice as tall. They picked the British architectural firm Foster & Partners to design this skyscraper. The new building is planned to be a whopping 423 meters high. That's over 1,387 feet. This project is set to change the skyline of New York City in a big way, a new giant towering over Park Avenue, showing off the latest in architectural design and innovation. It's pretty exciting to see how cities continue to evolve and grow with such ambitious projects. Since construction began, the skyscraper structure has been steadily rising into the Midtown skyline. By late September, construction had already reached the 4th of its 5 tiers. Then, on Monday, November 20th, a topping out ceremony was held for the 1,388-foot tower. This means the beam marking the highest floor of the 60th story building is now in place. But we're not done yet. The structure for the tower's 135-foot crown still needs to be erected, which will happen towards the end of the year. We'll just have to wait a little longer to see the completed tower. JP Morgan Chase has set the skyscraper's delivery date for 2025. Now, here's what makes this building truly special. It'll be New York's largest all-electric tower with net zero operational emissions. That's right. It'll be entirely powered by energy sourced from a hydroelectric plant in New York State. And once completed, this impressive skyscraper will accommodate 14,000 employees. Now, let's talk about JP Morgan's exciting new headquarters in New York City. To get approval from the NYC Council, they had to improve the neighborhood's quality of life. How did they do it? By creating a brand new public square in front of their tower, costing a whopping $40 million. The demolition of their old headquarters started in 2019 and took over 2 years to complete. Here's a fun fact. This old building became the tallest skyscraper ever demolished, beating the previous record set by the Singer Building in 1968. But JP Morgan didn't just want any new building. They wanted the tallest structure possible. They spent a lot of money to buy the air rights from neighboring properties, which is essential in New York if you want to build sky high. Although the zoning in Midtown East allows for a 477-meter tower, they had to set the height lower. Why? Because deeper foundations could interfere with the subway tunnels and train tracks of Grand Central Station, which lie just below. So, what do you think about this ambitious project? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Now, we'll move toward the most exciting skyscrapers on the horizon, Tower 5th. This impressive project, proposed by New York real estate developer Harry Macklowe, is said to be a game changer. Macklowe is also behind the iconic 432 Park Avenue, so you know this is going to be big. Tower 5th will reach an astounding 474 meters, making it New York's second tallest building by roof height, just 6 meters shorter than the future Commodore Tower. The architectural firm Gensler, famous for designing the stunning Shanghai Tower, is behind this project. What's even more exciting, Tower 5th will be located in Midtown East, right near the bustling 5th Avenue, and directly across from St. Patrick's Cathedral. You can imagine the views from the lobby. This tower is surely the most successful of those I'm going to show you today. Plans for a new skyscraper were first revealed back in January 2019. Developer Harry Macklowe has already bought the site plan for a whopping $44 million. Right now, there are 2 low-rise buildings, including the Venezuelan consulate, that need to be demolished. Demolition permits were filed in April 2020. There isn't a set completion date yet, but according to the New York Times, the developer has already met with the landmarks preservation community and city council members to speed things up. However, this project might face some challenges because it's close to significant landmarks like St. Patrick's Cathedral and the Rockefeller Center. Have you heard about Tower 5th? If approved, it'll join a new wave of sleek skyscrapers near Central Park that have been popping up since 2014. The tower will rest on a narrow pedestal, rising almost 122 meters above the street, even taller than the neighboring cathedral spires by 20 meters. This impressive design, balanced on its structural core, gives a striking sensation of fragility, much like the Citigroup Center Tower. Now, imagine the upper part of the building, with large open spaces and long lines of windows. This design will maximize natural light and offer breathtaking panoramic views. Tower 5th is truly set to be a marvel of modern architecture, combining beauty and engineering in a unique way. But the best feature of Tower 5th is its incredible cantilevered observation deck called the Sky of the Americas. It's like you're standing 442 meters above the ground on the highest observation deck in the city and the entire United States. It's just 5 meters shy of the CN Tower Skypod in Toronto, making it the second highest in North America. Now, here's the thrilling part. You'll be outdoors, just like at a high-altitude restaurant. And for you thrill-seekers out there, the observation deck has a completely transparent glass platform. Think about it. It's like the Skywalk Glass Bridge at the Grand Canyon, or the Zhangjiajie Glass Suspension Bridge in China. The tower does have some serious challenges though to win its building permit. Its unstructured block design, overly imposing appearance and facade, which looks a lot like the controversial 432 Park Avenue, aren't exactly helping its case. Many New Yorkers aren't fans, feeling it lacks the elegance that the neighborhood's other super tall skyscrapers have. They find those buildings far more refined in their proportions. Plus, the tower's color stands out too much against the Art Deco style of the surrounding skyscrapers. What do you think? Does it fit in, or does it stick out like a sore thumb? Now, let's talk about the next and third skyscraper on our list, the Commodore Project, officially named 175 Park Avenue. It's going to be located in Midtown East, right near One Vanderbilt, Grand Central Terminal, and the iconic Chrysler Building. The project is being designed by Skidmore, Owings and Merrill, one of the world's most prestigious architectural firms. They are the same folks who worked on major skyscraper projects like the Burj Khalifa. The skyscraper will have everything you need: offices, retail shops, and leisure spaces at the base, plus 500 Hyatt hotel rooms on the upper floors. The New York City Historic Preservation Commission and the City Council gave the green light for this project back in December 2021. It's going to be built right where the Hyatt Grand Central New York Hotel currently stands. That hotel will be demolished over the next 18 months to make way for this amazing new building. Construction for this glass and steel giant is set to start in 2026, and it should be ready by 2030. Can you imagine how awesome this place is going to be? You're at the intersection of East 42nd Street and Lexington Avenue, looking up at this amazing structure. The tubular perimeter columns stand out in a stunning lattice pattern from the corner anchors at the base. It's like a piece of art in the heart of the city. Now, check out the elevated public plaza along the eastern side of the property. You can access this inviting space by an outdoor staircase on East 42nd Street. Imagine relaxing there, taking in the sights and sounds of the bustling city below. As you step into the main lobby, you'll be greeted by a soaring atrium. The triangular glass facade slopes inwards, framing this magnificent space. It's designed to make you feel welcome and awe-inspired the moment you walk in. Did you know that the 85-story tower at 175 Park Avenue was originally planned to be 501 meters high? It's now been reduced to 480 meters, but that's still incredibly tall. In fact, if you measure by the height of the roof, it'll be New York's tallest skyscraper. However, One World Trade Center still holds the top spot overall, thanks to its massive 124-meter spire, bringing its total height to 541 meters. 175 Park Avenue is set to dominate the Midtown East District with its imposing proportions and close proximity to the iconic Chrysler Building. It will significantly alter the New York skyline. This new giant will make the Chrysler Building seem smaller by comparison, impacting how we appreciate this beautiful Art Deco monument. It's not very unattractive. In fact, the building's architecture has some interesting Gothic aspects. However, its dimensions and placement may seem inappropriate in comparison to the imposing and far too close Chrysler Building, a historic monument that should be conserved for the sake of New York's architectural character. At number 4 comes the Affirmation Tower, revealed in October 2021. This remarkable 95-story skyscraper is set to rise on 11th Avenue, right next to the new Hudson Yards Tower. At a towering 507 meters, it's poised to become New York City's tallest skyscraper by roof height, surpassing the Commodore Tower and Tower 5th. The Affirmation Tower will not only stand as the new centerpiece of the vast Hudson Yards complex, but also add an interesting twist to the district's skyline, giving it a unified and striking identity. If approved, this giant will redefine New York City's architectural landscape. And probably, you've heard about the incredible new project conceived by the Ghanaian British architect David Adjaye. He's the genius behind the National Museum of African American History and Culture in Washington. And now he's bringing us something truly spectacular: the Affirmation Tower. The floors are stacked in a stunning cantilevered design that evolves from the smallest to the largest as you go up. It's a bit like the previous version of 2 World Trade Center by Jacques Ingels, but this time it's literally upside down. But it's not just about looks. The Affirmation Tower will be a hub of activity, housing offices, shops, and hotels. Imagine skating on a rink inside the tower, or taking in a breathtaking view of the Hudson River and New York countryside from the panoramic observation deck at the top. This place is designed to be a real gem in New York skyline. Now, here's something really special. The Affirmation Tower isn't just a big real estate project, it's also a symbol of inclusion for the African American community, which is why it's called the Affirmation Tower. Even though it's still in the conceptual stage, it's got some serious backing. Major New York real estate investors like Steve Wickoff and Don Peebles, along with the local associations and New York City's African American clergy, are all supporting this amazing project. It's not just another skyscraper, it's a beacon of hope for the American dream. The team behind this project is passionate about making dreams accessible to everyone, especially for women and people of color whose voices often go unheard. What's really cool is that more than 30% of the construction work is being given to minority and female contractors. This isn't just talk, they're putting their money where their mouth is. The Affirmation Tower is all about making sure New York City remains a true melting pot of economic and cultural inclusion, a landmark that truly represents the diverse spirit of New York City, built by a team that values diversity and inclusion. This project is more than just a building, it's a statement that everyone deserves a chance to contribute and succeed. Moving towards the 5th tower. This latest skyscraper is coming to Midtown Manhattan. It's called 15 Penn Plaza, and it's going to be a 61-story tower not far from the Empire State Building. Designed by the famous architecture firm Foster & Partners, this building is set to be the tallest in a huge redevelopment plan for the Penn District. 8 new skyscrapers, filled with offices, hotels, and shops, completely transforming the urban landscape of this area. Vornado Realty Trust, a big name in real estate and listed on the New York Stock Exchange, is developing this impressive tower. It's exciting to see how this project will reshape Midtown. This new skyscraper, standing at a whopping 366 meters high, is set to rise on the site of the historic Hotel Pennsylvania. Vornado Realty Trust, the owner, decided to close the hotel to the public in 2020 to start its demolition. This decision sparked a lot of debate and moved many New Yorkers, as Hotel Pennsylvania isn't just any building, it's a place rich with history. Back in its heyday, after opening in 1919, it was the world's largest hotel with 2,200 rooms. It was a hotspot for famous actors, musicians, writers, and even high-ranking members of the underworld and politicians. The ground floor of the skyscraper welcomes you, with a bustling entrance hall filled with shops, all open to the city outside. A massive screen above, buzzing with cultural events year-round. As you ascend, you'll discover restaurants and bars with stunning city views and an impressive auditorium, surrounded by panoramic windows, offering breathtaking sights of New York City. What makes 15 Penn Plaza truly unique is its design, a sleek glass facade that narrows gracefully from the 43rd floor upwards. And get this, 27 cantilevered green terraces give the tower an iconic look, almost like a giant chest of drawers, and rumor has it, you might even catch a glimpse of the Empire State Building from up there. Will it deliver on this promise? Let's find out. This is a building that not only towers over Midtown, but also leads the charge in sustainability. Meet 15 Penn Plaza, a future landmark designed to achieve top environmental certifications. It's set to harness renewable energy through photovoltaic panels, boasts efficient insulation, and features a rainwater recovery system that slashes water consumption by 50%. While the exact construction start date isn't pinned down yet, developers are aiming to wrap up by 2030. If everything goes as planned, the Penn District skyline is in for a major makeover, overshadowing even the iconic Empire State Building in size and presence. It's a bold move, reminiscent of historical shifts in New York City's architectural landscape. Remember how the Commodore Tower changed things up? Well, 15 Penn Plaza promises to be a game changer, albeit with a more straightforward design approach. Alright, that's the end of this video. What do you think is the most interesting skyscraper in New York, and how does it change the skyline? Let me know in the comments, and if you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to share and subscribe to our channel for more interesting stuff.